Hello, everybody. My name is Lewis Lee, and this is Plan in Traffic. We do this every Thursday night live. We got my man Ray from Motormouth Radio. What's up, Ray?
Lewis, good to be here again.
Yeah, man. These Thursdays come faster than Wednesday.
I don't even know how to quantify it anymore. It's. I think the cosmos is screwing with me. There's like a calendar up there somewhere that's like in the twilight zone, and I'm living in it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's okay.
Especially being retired, you don't. Your time is on a different ship.
I definitely get a lot more done. I just get it done at really weird times.
Yeah, yep.
Like I can sit around all day doing nothing because I'm lazy. I'm a lazy ass, and all of a sudden at 5 o'clock, boom, I'm up. I'm doing stuff. I'm building. I'm fixing. It's like
Yeah,
because you're not on the clock anymore. You're on your own clock.
yep. I'm the same way. My wife is like, she's getting tired, and I'm getting ramped up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
hey, and on the other hand, we're getting cold over here, and you're over there in a tank top. So
yeah, man. Look. Nice
that's
and
great.
nice and warm. I got the fan on. I had the air on, but it got too cold in here.
That's great.
Yep. So we finished up the week at SEMA, and
Okay.
I tell you, man, these car builders are stepping up their game every year. It's incredible stuff that is out there.
So let me ask you this, because I talk about this with other people, and I think about it myself, and I say, okay, these guys, they're definitely very talented. We see what they do, but how do you? I mean, with anything you do, I mean, you do leather work. Whether you're playing a sport or you're building woodwork, I don't care what you're doing.
Mhm.
You can increase and get better by practicing and by watching, learning from other people and learning
Right.
tricks and tips. And I realized a long time ago, sometimes you kind of hit a plateau, and that's where you're at. You're
Right.
that good. But these guys seem to always get. How the hell do they do it?
Well, I think part of it is technology because they're like let's go with the paint. You can't find like on one of the Ring Brothers cars, you can't find a flaw on that paint. I mean, you could stand there for an hour and look down the side, look at every crack, everything, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
And I believe it's the technology in the paint. The paint's better than it was 30 years ago. You know what I mean? But then you have like you look at the gaps in the doors, they're just perfect. You know what I mean? It's like I think the tools are helping them
I
get
guess.
better.
Well, I mean, quality control. Let's face it. I mean, I see. Where I had my car painted, it's a body shop, a regular body shop, and there was even it had to get painted twice. So I saw a couple things after it was painted that really just weren't 100%. Like where the quarter panel extensions meet the quarter panels. One of them just had a different profile and gap than the other side. The other side was better. So the next time around, he says, "Oh yeah, you know what? He goes, they really didn't pay attention because they weren't building a show car, is what it was. They were building a street
Yeah,
car. He goes, you know what? Now we'll pay attention to that. And they kind of move things. Sometimes you hog out a hole so you can raise or lower something. And I mean, sometimes with door gaps, they cut metal away or they add metal in
mhm,
to make it straight. So in their field, it's got to be perfect because they know who's going to be looking at it. So
right.
they have eyes on that job that are so specific and critical and really it all comes down to the bare metal. I mean, that's all sealed in its fate in the bare metal. The paint literally just covers it. You know,
Hmm.
if the metal isn't right, it's like anything. If you don't do your sheetrock and your taping right on your wall in your house, the paint's gonna look like shit because you're gonna see the tape. It's
Right.
just trust me, I know I've done it. you
Right.
know, um,
Well,
so
when I
yeah, it's all
said
about the prep.
yeah, it is all about the prep. But what I'm saying about like the paint, I think the quality of the paint is much better. Like
I'll give
like
you that. Yeah, I think paint has gotten a lot better. Yeah.
yeah. So here's another thing. Like on the Ring Brothers, they CNC a lot of stuff and they 3D print a lot of stuff,
Uh huh.
and you can see the difference of the quality. Like their tail lights on that Mustang were 3D printed, and it had the exhaust coming out through that, and it's the creativity and the ability to use these new tools.
Okay.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I can go for that.
So that it's helping their creativity get better because they say, okay, well, I can print this or I could CNC this or.
Well, yeah, I guess to go one step further, what they could say is instead of having to use a stock part that we maybe don't really like the look of it, we'll just make our own.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And they can make the opening like the light. If it fits them, they can just make a new opening for it. They can do everything from scratch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. And that Aston Martin they built, I think it was a 73, I want to say.
Uh,
But man, that thing was incredible.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's one of those cars people either like it or they don't
right.
because it's modified totally modified. But I like that because you know you're never going to pull up to the corner next to somebody with the same car ever.
Yeah, I mean, now if that car is going to be used and driven, yeah, it'll get the attention. The problem I have, like we've talked about many times on this show and on Motormouth Radio, working in a shop. I mean, I'm not working on show cars, but I'm working on cars that have been worked on by guys, various guys, throughout the years.
Mm-hmm.
And in case you get a car in, and now they're reviving it. Let's say it's been sitting for a number of years, and it needs brake work. And you look at the brake caliper, and it's just this clean caliper with no markings on it. It's not a factory caliper, you know that. And you say, all right, well, what is this? I mean, maybe if sometimes they're pretty good and they make it so that a factory pad will fit. Even the Willwood stuff, factory GM pads fit inside the Willwood caliper, so that's nice. But what if the caliper's leaking and you need a seal kit? Now you got to measure the bore, or maybe it'll be the same size as a factory caliper too. But what if it's a 3 or a 6 piston caliper?
Yeah.
So the problem that I've had is trying to figure out what's on the car and then how to get parts to fix it. And if the guy that bought the car didn't build it, he has no idea. And the guy didn't give him a binder, you don't know what's in there. The custom cars, forget about it, man. I mean, that's, you're never figuring it out. They made it from scratch.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So,
And I got if anybody wants to see, you need to go to my YouTube channel and look at the live streams I did from SEMA. Because I ran into Chip Foods, I ran into a couple other people, and I walked the showroom or the whole floor before they opened up. The media gets in a little early, so you can see some nice stuff that I walked through and video. Yeah, it came out pretty good. So
did you get to visit the Harbor Freight? We were talking about that last week. Did you get to visit their?
Yeah, I walked through there real quick. It was so crowded, man. That was a hot booth.
It was big, right? It was huge.
Big. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
They're trying to take over the world. I'm telling you, they're not playing.
They're not. And I tell you this, we talk about it a lot, and we talk about it a lot in the after show specifically, but it's obvious that they're making inroads. Their game has gotten better. Their tools have gotten better. Now they have various levels of tools, so you can buy in at different option levels. You can't do that with other companies.
Yeah, that's the beauty.
Yeah. I mean, so you can go in there wanting to be a cheapskate and buy the cheapest. If it's a one-use tool, you can buy that. If you want something that's going to last, you can do that too. So, yeah, I think they are basically they're looking to make some moves. I think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised them doing a tool truck.
Well, Brian has mentioned that. He said that there were some rumblings in the community that was what they were going to do. I mean, that's a whole nother level of commitment because now obviously you need that dealer network who's willing to buy in, unless they're corporate trucks. I guess that's another way of doing it, which is going to cost them more.
Yeah.
But they can control it. Otherwise, you need independent guys like Brian who are going to buy in. And it's going to be interesting to see what they do. It will, because that's going to be real. I can't. I just want. I can't wait to see my face when I see the first truck running down the road. I'm like, wow, look at that! And I'm not surprised. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised.
And I think you have a smile on your face, like thinking, "Oh, here we go."
Well, listen, we say it all the time. Most of us do go there. I'll still go there for stuff. I'm a tool truck guy and I'm a name brand guy, but I will go there for certain things. If you know what you're looking for, there's some really good buys. the blow molded gun boxes. Geez, I bought like four or five of them over there. They're
Yeah.
they're top shelf boxes, and they put them on discount. And they sell them on sale. So
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta be picky on what you get. I bought a pneumatic rivet gun there,
okay,
and I'm telling you what, man, that thing saved me because we put probably
oh yeah,
3,000 rivets in this bus.
right,
If I
right,
didn't have that air thing, man, that thing was putting them in there, boy.
sure,
Yep.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's and they do warranty. From what I've heard, I've never had a warranty anything there, but they'll I've heard people say, I think even Brian said it. If a guy has a wrench set or a socket set and brings in a broken tool, they'll open up a set and give him a new one. They'll
Yeah.
just like no questions asked. And if you buy the warranty, I watched the video about this, and they were saying that a lot of guys that are smart, if they know they're going to use the tools kind of hard, they'll buy the warranty, and then it opens them up to even more availability to return something. I mean, it could be battered, broken, scarred up. I mean, it looks like it was dragged behind a stagecoach. Yeah, they say they'll take it right back, and that's pretty good.
And they will let you up.
Yes,
If you want to get the next one up, they'll let you pay the difference and go up.
I saw that in their video as well. Yeah, you could upgrade, which is phenomenal. That's really good.
Yeah, it really is.
So
I like
yeah,
the license plate you got back there.
I just got that. Yeah, I just got a tool order in today from Matco. And, as we talk, as we sit here through the, weeks and months, and we talk about tools, and I'll say, because I see stuff online and I watch Matco's feed, and I'll tell Brian about stuff like, hey, I got to have one of those. He makes a mental note and he puts stuff in a box. I forget about what I tell him. And I'm always surprised. It's like Christmas morning when he gets around. See, and it is a little bit slower, so it takes a while, and I forget. And then when the box shows up, I'm like, wow, what's going to be in here?
I know exactly what you're saying because he sent me hammers when I was going to work on the roof of my Cadillac.
Yeah,
and he sent me the metal hammer or the what do you call it?
Yeah, the dolly, the dolly and hammer flats. Yeah, for the metalworking hammers. Yeah. So I got an order in today that's kind of interesting. Hey, I got something else that I was waiting to show Brian. My friend's motorcycle shop closed, and he brought me this. So this is a 3/4 inch torque wrench.
Ah.
I mean, it's standing on the ground right now.
3 or 4 foot.
It's at least it's huge. So
that doesn't have the spin thing at the end where you can ratchet it.
It does. It's adjustable. I haven't figured it out yet. It shows the dial on here. It only goes from like, what is it, like 20, and it goes up to, let me see, it starts at 10 and it goes up to 40. But he told me that this was like they could do like 450 foot-pounds with this thing. So I don't know if that's times 10. I got to ask him. But they were using this on like the crank sprockets, the compensator sprockets on the Harley. They got to be torqued to, I guess, around 400 foot-pounds.
Really?
And you got to use something that big. So, yeah.
Huh.
So,
like, they knew you were the guy, the tool guy, huh? So.
Yeah, well, it's not going to fit in the toolbox. And he says to me, listen, well, I gave his daughter, who's my goddaughter, an 8-10 foot slide rule. I had it at the school, and I have one in my garage. So he said, well, you gifted us with this slide rule, so I got to gift you with this world's biggest torque wrench. I was like, he goes, listen, if you want to sell it, sell it. He goes, they're worth like $300-400. I looked online; they go for a couple bucks.
Wow.
So
that's pretty cool.
I'll obviously never use it. I'll never have to torque anything that heavy. I don't plan on buying a big rig or a truck.
Right. But, you never know.
Yeah. So
all right.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. That's kind of neat.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of something else from SEMA. I missed a lot of people, man. I didn't see Stacy David. We kept missing each other.
Okay.
I'd text him, he'd text me back, and we just missed each other. Seeing
Okay.
that Bogey, so Bogey was there.
Okay.
She didn't have a car, but she was relaxed and walking around having a good time.
Good.
First
Good.
time, she wasn't stressed. She was having a good time. So,
Right.
so I'm not too far from her. So she invited us over to her shop in Phoenix.
Okay.
When we get over there, I'm going to try to go on a Thursday. So I'll do the show from her shop.
All right.
That's what I'm thinking,
Yeah. Why not? But no, it's good to hear too. We talked last week that now the bus is squared away. It's reliable, and
Yeah.
hopefully now you can just settle in and just think about that gear ratio.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got to worry about.
Yeah, I'm really got to change it, man, because the RPMs. I tell you what, I put that new computer in and it jumped my horsepower up. I'm at 250 now.
Okay.
And with those new injectors, this thing will run up a hill. I'm telling you, man, my buddy's following me in his bus. He says, we hit a hill and I just pull away from him. He goes, you get so far ahead of me, I can't see you. But then he can catch me because his bus is geared. He's geared right. Run 75. You know what I mean?
Right. So now if you got that set up with the gearing, he's toast.
Oh, he's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's it. We talk about this all the time. That bus is just like what happens when you build a project car. I mean, not many guys that I know, myself included, get something exactly the way we want it the first time. It's always, it's always getting changed because you always find things that are better, things you like, things you don't like, and that's the nature of hot rodding. Things are not. I mean, I don't know. I think if you got it right the first time, it'd be kind of boring.
Yeah. That's the part of the game. Just playing around with it, tweaking it.
And that's how you learn too. That's how you can continually learn about new things.
Yeah.
As you get older, I think it's really important to do that because I know a lot of guys as they got older, they kind of slow down, and then you see they really start slowing down, and it's like that's it because they didn't do anything to kind of fend that off.
Right.
So you got to keep active.
That's true. Let's get the fellas in. See what they're talking about. We got no class. What up, Paul?
All right.
What's happening?
Hey guys, what's going on?
Another day.
Let's move you guys.
So, Brian, have you been online and looked at the Ring Brothers Mustang?
I saw some of it. I haven't really looked much. I haven't been online much. I saw the one. I saw some of the modifications or whatever they did. It's fairly interesting.
Yeah, it really is. Nice car, man.
Wait a minute. We start off like this all the time. Fairly interesting. Brian's got to warm up. Brian isn't warmed up yet.
All right.
No, I'm trying. It's a new me.
We'll come back. We'll come back to you, Brian, in a little bit.
I'm going to work on you. Don't worry.
I'm ready.
Paul, your volume's all messed up again, Paul.
Yeah, it's scratchy. It
sounds like a broken speaker.
All right.
Sounds like a blown speaker.
Are you on your phone?
Are you on the phone? I mean, it literally sounds like a blown speaker.
Yeah.
All right. I'll sign off and go back up to the house.
Okay, cool.
I'm trying. See, I was even nice.
There you go.
You're always nice, Brian. Come on.
Yeah.
So, Jim, we'll go to you. I seen some station wagons out there, man. I'm telling you what, station wagons was representing out of SEMA.
They were. Well, had there's a lot of people customizing them. On Facebook, I see wagon after wagon after wagon, all different. Whether
they're running out of cars, they're running out of the hot stuff, so they got to move towards something else.
Lewis, any particular year range or make and model that was kind of prevalent over others?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of 50s and 60s.
Oh,
and then a lot of 80s and 90s.
Really? Because okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big flavor of everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
The 50 stuff I can see being more custom because of the chrome issue. To re-chrome, those cars had a lot of it, and it's real expensive. So, the chrome is real expensive. And let's face it, even though Terry says it's hot, not everybody likes monochromatic anymore. It was kind of like the 80s, but some guys still do it. They do. But, and 60s, 70s was kind of where it was. But, if you're saying people are jumping to the 80s.
Yeah, they're doing the 80s and 90s like the or not Impalas. What do you call them? The Impala station wagons.
Caprice.
Well, Caprice. Yeah. The Impala was a wagon up until, when did they stop the Impala wagon, Jim? I know, like in the 70s, certainly.
Not sure.
I don't know, but that's kind of an oddball. I don't know myself.
No, let's see. I had a couple of square bodies. Those were Impalas.
Right. And that was I know that was up to like 89. 88.
Maybe when they changed body styles, they went, basically everything was a Caprice. There was no Impala anymore.
Right.
Until they released the Impala SS.
Right. So we're going back into like the
91
90s, right.
That's the body change.
Right.
So I got some pictures on my GoPro. I thought I had them on my phone, but they're on my GoPro. I got to download them. So this week, now that I'm all settled down here for a couple months, I'll get those pictures and stuff out and videos. Yeah. But there was a lowrider milk truck. You probably seen it online. It's like a orangish gold color, but it has airbrush all over it.
Is that the Divco truck? The Divco style truck?
Yeah.
It's like something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that thing was so nice. I can't wait to show you the pictures of it.
Did you see? I don't think it was at SEMA because it was at Stacy Davis had. I think it was Stacy. They did instead of Little Debbie, it was Big Deborah, and they had a truck and they had she was pretty healthy chick laying on paint on the side. That was pretty funny. I gotta see if I can find it again and put it on the Facebook.
Yeah, but, I think I've seen it on Instagram or somewhere.
Yeah, it was Big Deborah, and it was one of those trucks all done up. It was pretty interesting.
Nice.
Yeah, guys are getting creative with different types of cars and trucks and stuff because
you have to.
Yeah, because either the hot cars are so expensive you can't mess with them even if they're raggedy, or you can't find them.
Well, right. That's like somebody made a Grand National station wagon. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're just going for everything. I mean,
guys have been doing that forever. They made GTO station wagons back in the 70s that never existed. It's because it's so easy. The nose bolts on, all the architecture is there. So guys have been doing that a long time. It's kind of a cool thing,
Yeah, especially if that's all you can work with.
Yeah.
Fine,
yeah. And it's a lot cheaper. It's cheaper buy-in.
Yeah, if we had Brian's money to have a Mustang, we'd be all right.
Exactly, right.
My money. I don't have no money.
There's a guy here in Long Island. I see him at all the cruise nights. One thing a lot of people forget is Fox Body is not just a Mustang.
Right.
It's a Fairmont too.
Yeah.
And this guy has a Fairmont wagon with this big ass motor in it. It's ridiculous. The car is freaking fast.
You had the Fairmont, and then you had the Mark 8. I think the Mark 8 was a Fox Body, and there was one more, a Zephyr. You had the Mercury Zephyr.
Mercury Zephyr.
Lincoln also, yeah.
And I think it was the Mark 8.
Wow.
And you had the Fairmont and you had the Capri, the Mustang, and there was one more that was Fox Body. There was a guy at the Ford dealership. He had Chris. He had a Fairmount that was, and it was a sleeper, dude. But when he let that thing loose, it was. I mean,
that's the car that Steve Magnante built with the mod motor, the Camel motor with the fuel injection. sticking out of the hood. You know.
Now, was that car? Was that the overseas car?
No, that he built that. No, it was here. He built it when he was. I think he started it when he was in California, and he brought it back to Massachusetts and finished it here, and he sold it.
Yeah,
But yeah, he made it altered wheelbase. You know, did the whole bit to it, and it was a car that you would never have seen that. You know, it was like taking a car and taking it totally out of its element, and that's what made it so cool because you knew the car, and it was, you know, it was grandma's driver, and here it is with a Camel motor injected with an altered wheelbase. It's like, holy shit, this is great. You know?
Fox bodies are getting hard to come by too, man. And people are buying them up.
I'm going to tell you something. On I was watching my eBay feed. I just saw 3 videos today, all dealing with those. And Steve Magnate is one of them. His Junkyard Crawl on like the Dodge, the Turbo Z, and the from like the late mid '80s, '86, '87, and the there's a couple of. It's funny because the guy up here at the gun store has a collection of them. He's got like 4 or 5 of them, and they're like, he's like, why? You know, nobody wanted those cars. He goes, well, that's why. Nobody ever wanted them. I always liked them. Like, okay, well, that's good enough.
Yeah.
I guess they're getting. And I saw 3 videos on YouTube today about them. So it's kind of odd that they're circling.
It was the Thunderbird.
Oh, that was
Thunderbird was the other one that was Fox body.
All right, so let me ask you this then.
What year?
Well, had to be in that
That whole time for that 79,
84 or 86.
To whenever. But you had the Thunderbird and the Continental and Fairmont, and then you had the Mercury. You had the Mercury division of that.
All right, so let me ask you this. Let me ask the obvious question that really needs to define this whole conversation. What specifically makes those cars Fox bodies?
The chassis.
Okay, so what's different than the ones before them? Because the ones before them were unibody.
Yeah, it was same. It's just the I guess it's the platform is this, they're all the same underneath. They're not. It's just the body put on different.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, it's just the same platform, body, chassis. I don't even They're probably even the same wheelbase.
I think they got the same motors because Terry, his is I think he has a 5. No, he has the 4.6 in his.
4.6.
Yeah, you had because the Thunderbirds, you could get the Super Coupe,
right,
which was the turbo, which is a turbo version.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's just that platform, the chassis platform is all the same from front to bottom, from
Jim,
front to top.
I think, Jim, since you brought this up, you should fact check it. Seriously, look it up and tell us. Somebody needs to fact check this because there's got to be a more specific answer. Not that Brian's answer isn't good.
What do you mean specific? It's the same underneath, it's just reskinned.
Yeah, right. Well, that's kind of vague. I think there's a better answer.
Vague? What's wrong with you today?
I'm being critical. That's all.
Is that any better?
Yeah,
that's a lot better.
Perfect. Perfect.
Sorry about that. Then.
I think Jim is up to the task. He always is.
I'm looking.
So Paul, we're talking about Fox bodies and how many different Ford cars were considered.
They said it was built on a Ford Fox platform from 79 to 93. The most famous is the Mustang.
78.
All right, so my question is, so
94,
what does a Fox platform mean?
Fox platform was the leftover Pinto Mustang 2 to Mustang, what we all know as the 80s Mustang Fox body. But that was also, I guess, the Fairmont also was in that platform.
Yeah, we had the Thunderbird, Fairmont, and the Lincoln Continental were all Fox body chassis.
Yeah,
it's the whole chassis.
There was a small Lincoln.
They made one chassis and they put different bodies on it.
Yeah.
Yes, and it was a unibody. It wasn't even a monocoque. It was just kind of a stamped rail thing.
These cars are known for lightweight, easy modified design and V8 powered models.
Yeah, the 8550 Mustang was like a 13-second car off the showroom floor.
And let's see here. The Fox body design specified refers to third generation Ford. See, they keep going back to the Mustang, but
Yeah.
Yeah, 90% of it. Oh,
Well, that sounds
lots
well
of powerful
thought.
wheel drive chassis, along with the sedans, coupes, and station wagons by the inaugural Ford Fairmont and Mercury Zephyr models were for this hatchbacks, convertibles, and as a coupe utility.
Yeah, the Ford Fairmont, the you could do some unique stuff with that 78, 80 Ford Fairmont and shove a 50 or a 3-1 Windsor in them.
and I just asked.
Have a total sleeper.
I said, what makes a car a Fox body? That's what you want to know, right?
Yes.
And it comes back saying the Fox body car is a term for a car built on a Ford Fox platform.
Excellent.
So, there.
That's all I needed to know, Brian. That's all I needed to know.
Double talk. That's almost as good as Macco math.
That's like government intelligence.
That's like throwing the nickel to make a dime. It's all there. It's there, right there in black and white.
That's great.
I don't know if you can trust that AI bot though.
Well, hey, look, hey, man, if it's on the internet, it's
true.
It's the
It's gotta be true.
Yeah, I think there's a picture out there of Abraham Lincoln. He quoted the Fox body.
Yeah, probably. That's great. That's great.
So,
I found one interesting point is the fact that the Fox body replaced the Falcon. Apparently, the Falcon architecture went for far longer than the actual Falcon did.
Okay, so
because
we know the Mustang. We know the Mustang that we know 64 and up replaced the Falcon. That was on the Falcon platform.
That was the Falcon platform.
Yeah.
So that's not a Fox body.
No,
that's not a Fox body. But the Fox body replaced that.
The Fox body replaced that.
Okay,
okay. And even the 65, 67, even when they got to 67s, when they started to improve that Falcon body, but that was still the same platform.
All right.
You know, other than putting in the extra torque boxes and starting to taper and strengthening certain places, but that's why I was highly offended when a guy, not mentioning any names from another show, criticized how bad 65 and 66 Mustangs were. That's why nobody does anything with them, because it's too much. Right. You can't find the fucking things under a reasonable price. So if that's what you want to believe, don't even get me started. Why?
My question
that way.
My question is,
you can't find them for a reasonable price if they're not rusted to death.
Yeah. My question
they're all rusted.
My question is the Australian Ford Falcon, the one they used in Mad Max. So what body? That's not a Fox body platform. What platform is that?
Probably a Falcon.
The Twilight Zone.
I mean, we gotta understand Ford's going to do it the cheapest way.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're going to keep it around. I mean, come on. I mean,
that they did. They're
going to use it till there's no more.
Yeah.
So
that Mad Max Falcon would be awesome to own.
Oh yeah. Paul, how was your trip up, and how was the build?
The trip up was good. The build went fantastic. All the students kicked ass. There was a couple long nights. There was a little drama back and forth. It was a really good week.
Nice. What did you guys work on?
We ended up taking 3 International Harvester pickup truck cabs from like the late 40s, early 50s. 3 cabs were cut up to make 1 king cab.
6-door?
No, 4-door.
Four-door.
King cab.
Mhm.
Is that the pictures you posted on the group chat?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty cool looking.
The build turned out fantastic. It was I know I'm going to be wrong here, but it was like a 2015 1-ton Duramax diesel dually. They kept the Duramax diesel and transmission. They kept the rear half of the frame and the dually set up and grafted in a half-ton front end and frame to get the wheelbase where we wanted the wheelbase, and then put the diesel motor right back into the half ton. It ended up really nice.
Nice. I'm about to pull it up now. Hold on 1 second. Doop, 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 doop.
And
All
then
right.
Braking for the Future, and amongst with lots of others, have the there you
Oh,
go.
wow, look at that.
Nice.
So the students really kicked ass on it. And keep in mind, it was high school students supervised by all of us adults,
All right.
and taking over Rankin Technical College. I mean, we just kind of take over their shop and destroy it.
Yeah.
And we do this in 5 days. I mean, from Monday morning till lunchtime on Friday, they were doing a burnout at 11 o'clock on Friday.
Oh yeah. What motor
So,
did it have?
excuse me?
We're live inside.
Wait a minute, hold on. What motor did it have?
It was the Duramax diesel.
Okay. Nice.
Cool.
You ever seen that movie Jeepers Creepers?
Yes.
It almost looks like a modified pickup of that thing, at least in its raw form, right there.
I've seen that truck a few times. It runs around Missouri. It was at Starbird a few years back. It's a unique build.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
That was before my time. I wasn't born yet.
No, but the truck is still running around in the rat world.
That's great. So we've seen a lot of nice rigs too, man, out of SEMA that brought the hot cars. They were representing too. People got money, man. I don't understand where they get it from, but there's some money out there.
They're all cashing in on the Bitcoin before it collapses.
I don't know, man. Something.
No, they just keep borrowing. It's all right, man.
I guess.
It's called credit.
They just keep borrowing.
Oh.
People, that's what makes this world go around. You see, you're going to get me started again, but that's what makes it around. Just keep everybody in debt, dude. Just keep that.
So knowing that I only have about 20 years left of my life, should I just go ahead and go $1 million into debt right now, knowing I can never pay it back, and enjoy the last 20 years?
Yep.
Sign my life away for about $1 million and just enjoy.
See, my problem is they'll be coming to get it in 30 days because I won't be able to make the first payment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just take a 50-year mortgage.
Yep.
Yeah.
50-year mortgage is right. That's insane.
And save your pennies.
You never pay.
I have a story about somebody who I met who actually did that. Retired, got divorced, all the kids out of the house. He took out a reverse mortgage on a house and bought every car he ever wanted.
Wow. Okay.
He's like, what the hell? What do I care at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one way of looking at it. Yeah.
I might do that.
You got to find a garage to store them in. That's the bigger problem.
They made such a big deal. Did you see where the last 5 pennies that were printed, they put the Omega mark on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they said that they're going to auction them off. They said they're already having people offering like $2.5 million for the last penny.
I thought I saw your name on that list.
No. And of course, as I walk through the parking lot every day, I pick up anywhere from
Hold on. Is about 86 cents?
yeah.
Okay, because that's what I've been saying. I used you as an example 3 times over the last 2 days, and that's what I've been saying. I said Brian picks up about 86 cents a day.
Yeah. of money. If everybody would just pick the pennies up that they throw out because they think it's not worth, then we wouldn't be worried about not having any more pennies.
I was trying to explain to my daughter. She was kind of freaked out over it, but I said, if you could scrap the pennies, of course you can't because it's legal tender. It'd be worth more in scrap than it would be in dollar value for face value. So it's kind of, now I think they were saying it's what, like 3 cents, costs 3 cents to make a penny and like 14 cents to make a nickel.
Yeah.
Even though they're not made out of copper and real nickel anymore.
Oh yeah.
But so the story in the news around here today was obviously, they're going to be rounding up and down, and the next thing is the expert was saying the nickel will be next.
See that?
Yeah.
That's rolled change from walking the streets.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And I got about 9 of these boxes.
Oh yeah.
Man, you walk the streets a lot.
He does. He bends down a lot. I didn't think he could do it.
Hey,
No shit.
prostitution is a good exercise.
So they can laugh all they want, but there's money everywhere. I love watching the homeless guy stand there, supposedly homeless, there begging for money, and he's standing on money.
Yeah.
And he can't even bend down to pick it up, but he's waiting for somebody to hand him.
Right.
They get upset with me when I bend down, pick up 2 pennies, and hand it to him, and said, "You were standing on it." But hey,
never.
What do I know? I just drive around in a tool truck all day.
Right.
So,
hey guys, I'm gonna jump off early tonight because I have a whole gang of people outside the bus having a campfire.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we got marshmallows and gonna make some s'mores.
Yeah. So we got 3 buses here, 3 or 2 families plus me, and we got 3 more buses coming, I believe. That we all hang out.
How's the weather?
Nice.
It was 86 today.
Wow.
Where are you at right now?
Quartzsite.
Oh, okay.
So we're about 4 hours from you, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. So
All right, fellas, I'm gonna jump out of here too. My battery's going into the red.
Okay, Paul.
All right,
Talk to you
Paul.
later.
Take care, Paul. It's about 4. At most maybe 6 hours, but it's about 4. We're in the same state for once.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna make my way over your way.
Yeah, there's a storm supposed to come in through this weekend, like Sunday or Monday. It's supposed
rain,
to hit.
I guess.
Yeah. Actually, it'll probably hit you first where you're at.
Yeah, that's what they said. In the next couple of days, it's gonna rain.
Yeah, it's been warm, but I mean, it's not too bad because I think it was about that here. We had some cloud cover. You probably had this little bit of clouds today too.
Yeah, we did.
I'll tell you something. The weather's been freaky. We've had some on and off rain, and today it was just kind of cloudy, a little cool and windy. No rain in the forecast. I was outside in the garage. I actually had the door closed. I had the heater on. It was a little cool. And I heard something outside. I heard just like a ruckus that didn't sound normal. I opened the door, and it's freaking pouring rain.
Yeah.
I go close the door back in, did what I was doing. I was in there and I'm at another 15, 20 minutes. Then I opened the door again. The rain stopped, and the sun was out. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
How long have I been in here?
You got to keep all types of clothes in your car because you never know what it's going to be.
I'm telling you.
It was what was it over the weekend? It was like 60, 65, really nice, pleasant. Monday, 29 degrees. I think I only got up to like 39 or 40 on Monday.
Oh yeah, Saturday here it was like it felt like a spring day. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it's
Gorgeous.
crazy. I love going into in the morning when I stop by to get my coffee, and I go into 7-Eleven. All the landscapers are all bundled up like the Michelin Man. They got shit, scarves, hat. Of course, I walk in and I'm like t-shirt and everything, and I get this. Aren't you cold, dude? We don't even know what cold is yet, dude. We ain't even touched the iceberg of cold, and these guys are all walking around with 14 layers of clothes. I tell you, it's crazy.
They're still out there working.
Yeah, but
they know what happens when they stop. It's over, man. It's, you got to wait till the spring.
Yeah.
Then again, some of the guys by me here, what they do is they're kind of industrious. There's a car wash around the block, and a lot of the guys work there. And in the winter, they'll come around and shovel snow. So, yeah, my wife would say, "No, we'll just pay them to shovel snow now. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Yeah, okay."
There you go. You got authorization.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray. Did
Yeah.
you
All right.
did you get the box?
Take care.
We got a lot to talk about. I was expecting a box today, and I was also expecting another.
I just noticed the license plate. I
was expecting another car cover, and then this box shows up. Like too big, you can't even show. Like, what the? I said, what the hell's that? And I look at it, I pick it up to bring it in. I'm like, oof. It felt like that's what it feels like when we have two things of kitty litter in there. I was like, what the fuck? What's in this box? I look, it's from Brian. I'm like, no, he must have sent me a transmission. So I'm humping it into the house. And I was like, what do you care? Hold on a minute. Boom. I throw it on the pool table. I said, I think I just got a tool order. I said, I can't wait to open this and see what's in there. So, and it's always like Christmas. It's always like Christmas because I was explaining to Lewis how through the weeks and months we talk about things, and I mention things that I want and would like to have, and you apparently keep notes, and I forget half of it, and it's always fun to see. But I wanted to show you this. I showed Lewis before, and Jim has seen it. I was gifted this week.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
It's 3/4.
It's like a 4 foot long, 3/4 inch. It's like a 450 foot pound torque wrench. It actually has a number. It says ATD 160.
Yeah, that's the company ATD.
ATD, yeah. But when I look at it, this doesn't come up. There's different ones that come up. But because my buddy closes,
How will you gift that? Where did that come from?
My friend closed his motorcycle shop. They use that to torque down compensating sprockets, and he also gave me.
Awesome.
This.
Oh, look at that.
See, that was the motorcycle place, Rolling Thunder. So he actually covered the tool truck name, but yeah, the key rack.
Yeah, those things go for pretty big bucks.
I saw that online. Yeah, that they do go for some big money. So
well, you got one super rare piece.
Is that the hold on now, because there's a couple things here that there's a lot of.
I did some research.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
a lot of conversation here, like this.
Oh
yeah,
gold.
The golden ratchet.
Yeah.
Okay, so we might as well start with that.
Okay.
Okay. As you see, what does it say on the head?
40. It's on the box too.
Yeah, 40th anniversary, which was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Okay. Those ratchets, the 1/2 inch, were only given out to the top 30 distributors.
Oh wow.
Okay. So then there was some ruckus because remember we made 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive.
Right.
And everybody was like, oh, well, we ever going to see a 1/2 inch? Oh, no, the cost, the expense.
Sure.
We don't know. Well, so it kind of died down, and I was thumbing through the catalog, the online catalog, and I saw 1/2 inch ratchets.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have to. I can't give out prices. We're going to have to go. We have to uncut this here, but so I looked and I ordered, and I went ahead and ordered 3. Got 3. I couldn't believe it.
Wow.
So later, I went and called, and I said, "How many of these ratchets were made?" And they said, "Oh, well, the 1/4 inch and 3/8 drive were roughly 2,500 were made on that." And I said, "Okay, well, what about the 1/2 inch?" They said just 400.
Wow.
And
Low production.
yeah, so, and you figure if there's 2,000 of us, they'd even have. There's not even enough for everybody to get one.
Wow.
And of course, I went and I had ordered 3, got 3, and went back. And of course, my dumbass, I said something to our group and went back and they were all gone. So I don't know who else started ordering. But at that time, when I ordered, I think they said there was only something like 125 left.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of a. And I won't even. Well, you saw the price, so
I didn't even look.
oh,
I didn't.
yeah, they were everything that like I sent you was clearance.
Okay. Get the
And-
clearance, Clarence. Roger, over. So I had to show my wife. I said, "Look at this." I said, I had to show her the.
Yep, the razor.
Razor?
Yeah.
I said, I definitely said I wanted these. The only thing, Brian, I said they probably went fast. I said, because I said Brian knows I'm not a green guy. I said, but
You said you wanted green.
no, I'm not. I'm never a green guy.
I have it written down. I said, "What color?" And you said green.
You wrote whatever you felt like, right? Because I'm definitely a blue guy, an orange guy, purple guy. I like that. I've never been a good, but
Ray.
that's all right. The green.
I got to videotape you next time now.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
You mentioned you're not a green guy while wearing an olive drab shirt.
Well, listen,
I know it's military appreciation, but
exactly.
I just see the irony in it.
So, okay. So the next thing we got to talk about are these, because I know we've talked about these long and hard, and I'm amazed at the range of sizes that are in here. I mean, this
On
goes
the
up
SAE, yeah,
goes up to what, an inch? No, 3/4 of an inch.
yeah.
But I was playing around with it, and I'm like, I mean, this is, I have a Tribus oxygen sensor tool that has the same thing. You got to have the cutout lined up to get in there. These inserts are plastic. And I was curious as to why, because on the ratchet wrenches, they're metal. You have any idea why? Maybe
I have no idea. I have to say, I've sold quite a few, and knock on wood, I haven't gotten any back.
Good. Well, maybe the guys aren't using them. That's good, because that means that it could be a very, like an ABS kind of plastic. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to use what I'll use the bigger sizes for, but I'm curious about that.
Fuel lines and power steering lines and AC lines.
If you can get down in there, yeah, true, for some fuel lines, yeah. So that was interesting. That's a curiosity. But yeah, I mean, we've been talking about ratcheting line wrenches. I know I have for years, because when you're under there and you're taking a line off, once you break it and it's a 1/4 turn, 1/8 of a turn at a time, man, you just want to cut the fucking line out and just go and start from scratch, without a doubt. So the other tool that I'm really, really anxious to use, that I wanted for a while, with these guys, I keep calling it a pass-through, but it's not a pass-through. These sockets. Now,
they're low profile.
This set amazes me. This blows me away that there are so many. You can't even get it in screen. Look at that. How many sockets are in that set?
Wow.
So we'll get a load of this, Jim. Let's see. What did I pick here? I just picked the 24 millimeter. You put it on the ratchet. Look how small that is.
Oh, wow.
The profile of that. I mean, between a firewall and the back of a head, that's what you need to get in there. I'm so stoked to use these because that's
Yeah, that's cool.
phenomenal. And I can't believe how big this set is. There are so. This is like, what is
I
it?
think it goes, is that 6?
It might be 6.
6 to 24.
It might even be right. It may be 6. Let's see. They tell you everything on here. Let's see. Come on, tell me where it is here. 3/8 and 17 millimeters. 6. Yes. Well, it's no 6 point. Come on. Why don't they say it? They got to say it on here somewhere.
I think it's on the side.
6 point low profile. Oh, I'm sure. No, that's up the side. That's the. I think I saw 6. Yeah, I think I did see 6.
I think it's 6 to 24.
Which is a ridiculous range. You know, that's just a ridiculous range. And then the American ones are. What was that? That was. Let's see. Again, this is.
Was it quarter to? They very rarely go to 1 inch. I don't know why they don't go all the way. They go.
It is a quarter.
Wow.
It's a quarter to 1 inch. Yeah.
Oh, they do go.
That's 1 inch. Yeah. And again, that's how slim it is. That's your width right there on a 1 inch socket.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool.
That's awesome. That you got to get in between something. There's so many things. I have small hands. I have like medium hands, and I still feel like I got gorilla hands trying to get in spaces.
You know what, Isaac? It's not even the hands at that point. It's the tool. When you got a tool in there, they just don't fit. Now I have a small set of 3/8. I got them on a Snap-on truck, but they're low profile. The problem is the sockets are cool, but the ratchet is short.
Yeah.
And I asked the tool driver, I said, listen, do they make this ratchet? Because I forget what it is. It's something, it's not like this one. It doesn't have the same configuration like a 12 point, but there is something specific about the ratchet. And I said, do you have this ratchet in a longer version? Because it's great, for small, but I said, if you need to get in deep or whatever, I want that in a longer version because the ratchet itself is also narrow. And he says, no, they only make this one. I'm like, well, that's pretty stupid because this is the way to go. So now you have your standard. This one is what? This is 11 inch with a swivel.
11 and 18 or something.
And it's a little bit 18 and a half. 18 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have
that's good stuff.
This is good for getting down in there. Yeah, very, very nice.
Yeah.
And I think that the head size is 17 millimeter.
Oh, the actual drive end, this?
Yeah.
Oh, so you could use that by itself because it's a 12.
Yeah, because I got a few guys that use them just by himself.
I was working on Rick's Mustang on Saturday and just some stupid little things. His oil pan bolt was leaking. He had a copper washer under it. He wanted to put like a blue Teflon washer on. So the plan was, we got the car in the lift, and those Mustangs are the hardest cars in the world to lift sometimes. He was very critical, too, about like where we lifted it. And in the front, sometimes the lift arms don't line up right with those cars. It's really hard to get the front set right. But regardless, the plan was going to be, I was going to loosen the bolt. He was going to hold his finger over the hole. I said, okay. So I had an oil pan. I had a pan to catch whatever we leaked. But the problem was I loosened the bolt and then a good turn, and you couldn't turn it by hand. You had to ratchet it all the way out, and it had been one of those oil pan savers where it had the 4 slits in the bolt. I said, this is already a saver. I said, here we go with 4 oil pans. This was, But the problem was, I got to back up. I went and got my 11/16 wrench because that's the size it should be. No, none of my 11/16 wrenches fit. None of my 17 millimeter wrenches fit. And then I started going through my sockets. I found one 18 millimeter Snap-on socket that fit the thing. I said to him, how do you get this bolt out? He goes, an adjustable wrench. I'm like, well, that sucks. I hate using adjustable wrenches. So we got it out and swapped it. That was an ordeal. And then his what do you call it? His shifter. He had to change the bushing in his shifter. It's an automatic. And when he did, he had to unbolt the shifter from the floor. There's 4 quarter 20 bolts that thread into these, I guess, welded nuts under the floor. Well, when he put it back together, one of them threaded in, 2 of them snapped off, and I think the 4th one snapped, and he actually sent it down through the floor, and then so the shifter was rocking. I said, okay, we can fix that. So I broke the other 2 off underneath the car, and we were just going to put bolts through it with nuts. So we did that. But in the meantime, I'm looking, and the arm that comes off the shifter, he had to take the arm off the shifter, the shift rod. He had to take off the arm, and he said he couldn't get the pin back through the hole. So I'm looking, I said, yeah, it's coming through at an angle. It's not coming through straight. And then I look, and I said, well, look here on the tunnel, that rod, every time you shift, you can see it's rubbing on the floor. I said, something is off. Something is not right. And the transmission is correct. So I'm looking at the arm on the transmission, on the shifter, and I can see it's kind of cocked toward the outside of the car. I said, this arm is bent. I don't know how. He goes, well, how would that happen? I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't look like it was damaged or anything. So I took my big pry bar and I got in there and I tried to move it, and I said, no, it ain't moving. I said, well, while we're unbolting it, we're taking it out anyway. I put it in a vise, and I got my hammer and I gave it a good whack, and I straightened it. I said, next I was going to get the torch, but put it back in the car. Now it came in straight. The rod went in the right, because he had a piece of wire wrapped in there. So, we fixed that. So it's just all these stupid, annoying things that you really can't do on your driveway easily. Yeah. You need to be on a lift for. So that was good. We got that stuff taken care of, and that was nice. So more importantly, I mean, we could just go on and on and on here. I mean, the bags the pistol bag, I forgot all about that. I'm like, I needed a good range bag, and that's going to be absolutely freaking perfect. But that box was so freaking heavy. And
you said you wanted a bag.
It was so heavy because of this. This bag must weigh. Yeah, look at that, Jim.
What is that?
Well, first of all, I didn't see that. I saw this bag, and I'm going through it. I'm like, what are these things? They're like, these are like reinforcement plates with gaskets. I'm thinking, like, first thing I thought was like, this would be good to like reinforce a roll bar into a floor. And I'm like, and these are rubber plates. I'm like, and there's like miscellaneous hardware and these. There's a name for these nuts.
Those are like those fender clips. I mean,
yeah, but there is a name for it. It says, and it's all. So I saw this first. I'm like, what is this miscellaneous little bag? Like, what am I supposed to mount with this? Like, what the fuck? I was totally lost. And then I got to this. I said, I know what that is. That's all the stuff Brian got out of the race shop. I was explaining to my wife. She's like, what is all that? I said, well, there's little Aurora car skateboard wheels in here. I said, this is stuff Brian got out of a race shop. I said, he's got like buckets of it. And I said, that'd be so cool to have. I said, but this made that box weigh a fucking ton. She's like, what are you going to do with that? I was like, you can.
It's all like some of it's 1/4 by 20, and it's like those bushings that they go into. They use those bushings. There's like 2 different sizes or 3 different sizes.
Yeah, there's some white and there's some black.
The white and black ones, they use them for spacers.
Yeah.
They're used for spacers.
I say something. Bolts like this with the cap head, I love bolts like this. Phenomenal. I mean, there's even big like self tappers, like number 10 self tappers. But yeah, it's like the stuff that's in here is phenomenal if you're into stuff like that, which I am. I mean, even these, I can't see. These don't have grade. Doesn't have a grade marker. But, it's just like a 1-inch quarter 20. These are great bolts.
There's some stainless steel and there's some metal, and then there's like thread setters. The blind hole. You drill a hole, put it in, tighten it up, and then you put thread. Yeah.
Yeah, and they come. I happen to need. Yeah, there's a bag of them here. I happen to need one of these for a 7/16 14 bolt, and it's an oddball. It's a bumper bolt, and even the repro companies don't have them. But yeah, I was going through this bag. She's like, "Why? You're a little too interested in a bag of bolts." I was like, "You don't understand what you could do with a bag of bolts like this."
I tell you. Those guys, when I go in there, they throw buckets away.
I believe
they get from doing all their they just do so many, and they have like a wall full of all the and there's actually last week was the first time I got a whole bunch of metal brackets. They finally said, "Do you want these metal brackets too?" I said, "Yeah, fuck yeah, give them to me, man." Because I've found so many uses for that hardware.
Oh yeah, I said to her, I told her, I said, you don't realize what the shops paid for this stuff to actually, to buy all this stuff. It's expensive. Hardware is expensive.
Yeah.
They said, and I realized, like, at the end of the day, they just, get rid of what they can't use. Isaac, here's something you're going to like that about that I think is really cool. Right?
Yeah.
The FJ on the truck, like that is cool. They got some cool shit on the back too. That's really neat. I said, awesome. Now I told my wife, I said, all this other stuff, yeah, great. I said, when Brian sends you a Hot Wheels thing like that, I said, that ain't going to just everybody. I said,
well, that was funny because when we were talking about it, I had your box here and I was like, damn, don't show Ray. I said, see, look, I was like, oh, sorry. Yeah, it's mine.
I said, you don't.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing, yeah, the wrench set is great. That's cool. I actually kept the list too. We were talking about dog bone box wrenches, the straight ones. Remember?
Right.
So that's for another day. But yeah, the other ones.
Like I said, the SAE stuff has been going on clearance.
Right.
So like the offset, the 15 degree, I think they're 15 or 20 degree offsets.
I didn't bring them down. They're upstairs. Yeah.
They were like your cost was like 117.
Wow.
120, something like that. They were like 50% off.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah. That's
and I was like, look, if they're going to give you, like I said, for that price, and you had your, let's see, what else should be in there?
The buffer, the Milwaukee buffer.
Oh, yeah, that was buy the buffer, get the 2 batteries for free.
Wow, and those are 3 amp batteries, too.
Yeah.
It was excellent, yeah.
That was, you got the batteries for free. Let's see.
You're not going to do the headlight lenses.
I threw in the whiskey glass.
That's kind of cool. My wife was looking like, what the hell would you do? So I actually filled it in I showed her, and she goes, well, why would you want half of it to be ice? So over the summer, she got me, because my daughter had them when we were in North Carolina, these big square ice cube trays. It makes a big, and I said, you know what? I said, it's pretty cool. They last a long time. I said, the only problem is we were at a bar down there at the Whiskey Warehouse. I said, I get pissed off when they serve me a drink with one of those because it's taking up half of my freaking glass that they're charging me for the whiskey, and half of it is ice. But this one is cool and she was out in a store today. I know she went to Hobby Lobby. She had to go somewhere else, Kohl's. She said she saw the same glass in Kohl's, obviously not Matco branded. Exactly the same. If I hadn't shown it to her, she wouldn't have even noticed it.
Yeah.
And then you had the flask.
Right, the hip flask, which is always cool. The gloves.
And you said you want bags. I got bags.
I know, and you know what? And the other thing is, which these things I know these things are going to haunt me for the rest of my life. I always complain about them. Damn screwdrivers. It happens to be. I have one everywhere. I got one in the garage. I got one in my. I got them down here. And whenever I have one of those on the bench, whatever I'm doing, it's picking stuff up. I'm like, I got to take it and stick it somewhere and say, stay out of my way. But they're so damn. They should have made some Phillips heads. Is the only complaint I have. They should have made some Phillips head ones. But these are the best damn magnetic screwdrivers in the world, bar none.
Yeah.
They pick
They
up
are.
everything. I mean, I've picked up sockets with those things by mistake.
They're the strongest ones.
Well, because you know what I did? You just pick it up off the bench, and as you bring, bringing it around, it picks shit up. It does. And
I bet you could pick up the radio station. You might be able to pick up Motor Mouth Radio.
That'd be a real trick. So the other thing is, and I don't know, like, am I supposed to sniff this? Is this like for glue sniff? It's like
No. It's some of it's either silicone or glue.
It's glue.
It's
vapor
just
harmful. See other cautions on back panel. Yeah, it's an industrial strength adhesive. It says.
Yeah, it's one of the. It's just it comes with. They throw when they give me those boxes. I thought I got them all out. It's just adhesive.
When they give you what boxes?
Of the nuts and bolts.
Oh, it's in with that stuff.
Yeah, that stuff.
What are they?
Yeah, they use. I mean, because when they one of the things like when they put they're like I'm trying to get some. They're like the rubber skid pads, like for footsteps.
Yeah.
Whatever they glue when they glue, that's the glue that they use. It's some industrial glue.
Okay.
And like I said, because like I said, they just when they dump it all in the box and give it to me, it's got all that stuff in it.
Right,
Sometimes it's a silicone stuff or the adhesive. I used it to glue the weather stripping back on the tool truck.
So what shop is that you
Trick Trucks?
Trick Trucks, you said? Okay. I thought it was probably because it says, what does it say? It says yeah, it said Holman on here. I thought Holman and Moody. This bag weighs a ton. If you can feel, I gotta weigh this. This bag. You know what? I'm gonna weigh it.
So you sent him the Matco license plate too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get with you. I gotta get one.
Yeah. That's I was cleaning out my storage unit, and I think that was, I don't know if that was last year's or the year before.
Yeah.
Okay. This scale goes to 24 pounds. What do we think? That's a 10-pound bag of hardware, but it feels like it's a 20-pound bag. That's ridiculous. But I tell you something, Brian, your packing skills, you gotta like teach a college course. You guys gotta see the way he packed this box. I mean, there was only like one little piece of like brown paper. Everything else was totally incorporated within in itself and like Jenga'd into the box. It was artistry. Very good. Very good.
You know, many years ago, I worked at the mines. I think I worked there for like 3 to 6 months, and I was out trying different jobs. I needed a job, but I was trying different jobs, and I worked in the warehouse. And when we'd get a pallet of bolts, I found out the hard way. You gotta kind of push with your foot or something to test the weight of the box, because you're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh,
and here's the thing. There's this big box, and I squat down and I get ready to heave, and I heave up. It was a freaking box of titanium bolts, and I threw my back out, almost flinging it over my head, and because it was so light. You know, I'm thinking it's like 150 pounds worth of bolts, and it's probably not even 20 pounds.
Jeez.
I almost rocketed up into the rafters.
All I can say is I think the next order you better send me a toolbox because I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put this stuff. I ran out of drawers.
Well,
All right, guys, time for me to get out of here.
All right, Jim.
Take care, Jim.
Take care, guys. See you all next week.
All right. Oh man.
yeah, they had. But I was the ratchet is really. I was really surprised they only made that many.
Yeah. Now, why do you think they would? Did they think? Do you think maybe they didn't think that many would be asked for?
Well, originally, like I said, they kind of ruffled a lot of feathers because they were only when they came out with the 3/8 drive. You got a 3/8 drive one, right?
I do, and I'll tell you, it's a locking flex head in black. It's not the black.
You don't have a gold one. You don't have a gold 3/8.
No, it's black, and it was the first one that came out because then they came out with like the black chrome
Yeah.
that I really like better. And this one, I have it in my toolbox. That was the one that my buddy Mike Jr. He got one too, and he said he was going to put his in a shadow box, and because it was so nice. I put mine in the toolbox, and I will take it out and I'll use it. Because you know what? It's a fucking tool. I got to use this thing. And I think that says 40 on it also.
Yeah.
I said, but it's a tool. I got it. It's stupid if I don't use it. Then it's a waste. So let me use it. The gold one, I don't know. That's a little different.
Well, the funny part,
but I needed a longer. You know what? I needed a longer 1/2-inch drive ratchet for home at the shop. I had some Craftsman ones, and I had, what did I do? When I traded in my Snap-on years ago, maybe it gave me the regular size. I did buy one long Snap-on 1/2-inch drive. He had it on sale. I think it's probably about like maybe 15, 16 inches. And it's great for doing heavier work. But I don't have one at home that long. Not always need it here. Oh, but like the scrapers, it's great because I can put one here and one at the shop. In my life, I got to have two of everything. So.
Oh yeah. We got to go offline. I got to tell you about the scrapers. The scrapers was a whole. Sorry, guys. Sorry, people. You can't hear this. This is top secret information.
All right.
And don't worry. After I tell Ray, I'm gonna have to shoot Coach because he's not gonna tell anyone.
All right. So for Lewis Lee, for Macman Brian, for Coach Isaac, Ray Gorina, Motormouth Radio, we're signing off this week. We'll be back next week for more Playing Traffic. Tune into Motormouth Radio this week. We're going to talk about. We went on a rant about oil filters. This week we're going on a rant about changing spark plugs. See you next week. Thanks, guys.
Take care.